Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are picking up right where we left off last week with, well, this vehicle. So, to catch everybody up, after flapping around with stations in low Kerbin orbit the last couple of weeks, the less of which is being spoke of, I think, the better. That was a bizarre episode last week. That was kind of a palate cleanser in my mind. We got to get back to rescuing Kerbal. That is stuck in low Kerbin orbit, and actually, not low Kerbin orbit. I am sorry, low solar orbit. And I actually should have started this in the tracking station because I want to show people where, especially for those people that are new, where he is stuck. There we are. This is the Wafflebird Rescue 1. Wafflebird started in an orbit that was lower than this one. We got to craft down to him. At least he's sitting in that craft rather comfortably, but unfortunately through some, well, ineptitude and... No, there was just ineptitude, we'll just call it that. I did not have the fuel to get back, so I pushed up the orbit and circularized it nicely, and it's got an inclination of 0, but we need to fill up said vehicle so that we can get from here back to here. So that's going to be the plan today. And to do that, it needs more fuel, as I was saying, and so at the conclusion of last week's stream, I built this fella. This is Monster Fuel Barge II that has enough fuel to fill up that vehicle. Actually has enough fuel to fill up that vehicle and to get itself back, or sorry, get there as well, if I can get this into low Kerbin orbit. So basically, that is going to be the plan for today. Get this thing into orbit, fly it down, fuel up Wafflebird, get back. Now, I really haven't spent much time looking at this. Let's just look at the stage. I'm just paranoid about staging. I think everything is sensible. I think it is. Let's do the Delta V check. These two Delta Vs are saying this. Okay, that is good. Okay, so I think everything here is sensible. It just needs to get the job done. Now, for those people that are new to this entire series, this is my Beautified stock live stream. All the parts that you see are stock parts. I have just prettied up the game and also added in a few quality of life mods, but nothing that changes the gameplay really in any way whatsoever. So let's start thinking about getting this thing going there. Actually, that's not true. Why don't I spend my first little moment right here at the very beginning to, as I always should do and don't do enough, thank my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who continue to support this channel. And I would like to recognize the people that are just joined in the last week. We have ourselves Wile E. Coyote and Mohammed Alkamar. So thank you very much for joining our illustrious team. And I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. And of course, a very special thanks to everybody who continually supports this channel, especially a lot of my long time. Some people have been doing this for quite some time. But anyway, let's get on with the build. We need to get this thing into orbit. So yeah, now I did make it a little bit funky down here at the bottom. Can I use... I don't know if I can use engine plates or anything down. What am I going to do down? Maybe just go radial. Maybe just go radial all the way up. Maybe is the plan to do. I've got no... As per usual, I don't think these out at the time. I just go ahead and do them. But I'm looking down here at the bottom for engines and thinking about... I was thinking about perhaps putting something on the bottom here, but just with the way I kind of built this, it's going to be kind of hard to... No, no. I think the best thing's just to go radial. So we'll start with, let's get ourselves some decouplers, and we'll get the larger, excuse me for a second. Sorry, a little bit of a frog in the throat, as it were. Okay, we'll start with these, excuse me again. These larger radial decouplers, and we'll go as big as we can. Let's arrange these by size, go all the way down here to the bottom. These are the... Oh, it can't be requiring anything as big as... Oh, it's doing that stupid thing. I hate that. There. There's no way it's going to need... No. I refuse to believe it's going to need anything as big as that. So let's scale it down a little bit. Let's go with the regular Rockomax. See what we can do here. So we'll put that on. Start small, work our way up. Don't want it to be bigger than it needs to be. We'll put on some of these twin bores. It's amazing what you can lift. If I can get it to stick on the bottom here. There we go. There. With a pair of twin bores. Now, definitely do not want... Just looking at this, all that needs to go here. This needs to go away. For some reason, it's not giving me the little... Whatever. I'll figure it out later. Okay. That is 1,800 meters per second, thereabouts. A thrust weight of 1.46. That is a little on the light side. So, I think what I shall do... Let's go a little bigger. Here, let's actually go this way around. Go sizing, that's 4.5. The 3, what do we call these? Okay, that's 2.5. So these are the next bigger cans. So maybe I need these big guys. I didn't think I did, but... Wait, I had bigger ones than that. Where did... Okay, this is not organized well. Going back. Arrange these by size. Biggest ones on the bottom. Okay. Alright, and going with the big engines, again, arranged by size. Won't go SRBs. Those are... I think I have better options than this, don't I? Oh my gosh, it keeps arranging these in a funny way. There, now I can get rid of this. Okay. What happened? Oh, we got... I got engines in funny spots. Where are these engines? Way up. What are you thinking about putting those way up there? That doesn't make sense. Okay. And these decouplers here. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm only looking at... Oh, let's see, that's already kind of monstrous. Do I need to go with the sort of Saturn V-ish... Talking about these guys. Oh, they're the... No? Yeah, they're the big ones that I wasn't noticing before. I mean, I could just strap a couple of Saturn V's to the side and call it a day, right? Awkward getting these all in place, but we'll do our best. Where are you? There we go. I think there's some... Okay, I got a better plan. Sorry, there's just some funkiness going on with those engines, so I'm just going to go to one-way symmetry, and then we'll double it up after. I think is the better idea. Because I noticed there was some funky clipping going on. Let's do this. Oh, for goodness sakes. With the symmetry, there was... I noticed at one point there were two... There we go. Now I know there's no engines going. And then what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll double that. There we are. That's safer now. Again, engines are in very funny spots. Put that there. Put those there. That goes there. Okay. That is plenty of... That's plenty of everything right there. Whoops. Put it back on compact. Plenty of thrust. Plenty of delta V. I think I'm just going to do this. Just keep her simple. So what I'm going to do, I want them to be a little further away from the craft. So I'm going to get Some of these just little girder dudes. Just to put a little bit of extra distance here. There'll be plenty of strut. Oh, wow. You're upside downy. Nope. Nope. And I'll warn people in the chat right at this moment that it is during times like this that I have a great deal of difficulty reading what's going on in the chat. I am really having trouble just getting this onto here. Let's remove this. Let's just try this quickly again. There. And this should be able to go onto here. But it's being very... Ooh. It's being very KSB. I know it's wanting to stick. Again, maybe the better plan. Just to make one of these. And then double it up after. Son of a... I think I'm... Oh, I might be putting myself into more of a problem than... Okay, there. That doesn't look terrible. I thought it was going to be worse. Well, this will require some testing. I just wanted to get this bit clear of the stuff on the bottom, that's all. And now I can grab, hopefully, this whole decoupler. There. That's what I was shooting for. Was that so bad? Was that so bad? No, probably all these engines are wrong again. These are in the wrong spot, that's for sure. Okay. Again, there is 3,688 meters per second of delta V right there. So what I'm just thinking about, and a mountain of thrust. So what I'm just thinking about is just kind of finishing this off. So we need something, yeah. And then down a size, like, this is 2. Oh, that's the 3.7. Gosh, I went way bigger than I probably needed to. And then down another size. No, it looks funnier like that. Down. Actually, no, just a big nose cone on the top of that, silly. Just like that. Don't I have bigger nose cones? Maybe I just... Yeah, I do. Do I have I so rarely see... Yeah, let's throw all this away. I so rarely use these ginormous parts. That I'm just not familiar with what's there. Okay, what do I got? I think I'm gonna need... There's a pair of reaction wheels here. Maybe just some control surfaces and maybe this thing will be good. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get into aerodynamics. And let's see, what do we got? Just go by name. I know where they are. Aerodynamics. That's not aerodynamics, silly. I'm just looking to make like some deluxe winglets down here. Sure. Snap on a pair like that. The other two go... Oh, they're on that side. Okay. Pair like that. Pair like that. Where's the other one? Oh, it's there. That's not useful. So single one there. Symmetry is very, very messed up right now. Single one there. We'll see. I'm honestly just considering just like pushing it up. Pushing it up and just calling it. Of course, that's what got me into trouble last time. Okay, it's gonna need... Oh, it needs... Let's get some separatrons. Separatrons. And there's probably lots and lots of very useful things happening in the chat that I'm completely missing. Because I'm concentrating on this. Okay, let's... I'm gonna go with... where's the other one? Oh, it did go over on a sensible spot. Good. I'm gonna go with, like... 3 of these. So, like, there... 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 Oh, so those are backwards. Oh, I'm not. Zoom in. Like that. And of course, they're... Oh, it actually put them in the right spot. I am kind of blown away by that. Where are these guys? I got some floating around somewhere. Oh well, should be okay. And struts. And if this flies, you'll be more... I'll be more shocked than you are, guaranteed. Strut here. Strut here. Strut here. These struts are fabulously powerful. Okay. Oh, I got... Shoot. Extra struts floating around. Okay, let's just go with single symmetry because sometimes the symmetry is behaving for me and sometimes it's doing strange and wonderful things. Okay, so we got 4 struts on the bottom. Let's go with 4 struts at the top. So strut like that. Strut like that. Strut like this. Strut like this. Save. Still 3,659 meters per second. Thrust to weight is 0.53. I don't know if I want to get into, because I don't think if I adjust one of these that I will see the other one adjust. Oh wait, no, I stand corrected. Okay, let's just take down this middle engine. Thrust weight, launch in the atmosphere 0.38. I stand corrected. Clamps. Crisscross for more strength. I will crisscross those struts for more strength should it need it. But right now, it may just be strength enough. And if it's strength enough, then I'm fine. If it ain't strength enough, then we'll deal. What bugs me, or not bugs me, but there is a bit of an asymmetry. This isn't quite rotated square to that, so everything looks a little bit funky. Not a big deal. Maybe one here. And one here. Alright, and where do they all go? Of course, you're all in a dumb spot. All the engines need to go here. And all of this goes here. Alright, let's save. Do ourselves a test launch. See what happens. Oh, hello, Hope. Aeonic. Somehow lost YouTube account, I suppose. Well, welcome. Glad you made it. Oh, I do have those shrimps. You know, I never think about the shrimps. I never think about the shrimps as separatrons, as separator engines. Yeah, if the separatrons don't work, I'll go to the shrimps. It's one of those parts that I always forget is even there because I hardly ever use them. Okie dokie. Let's see what happens. So SAS on, we'll throttle up. Done all that, done all that, done all that. Aerodynamically, this thing is probably terrible, but we'll see what happens. So, boom, boom. And there she goes. There's upness involved. That's always a good sign. And whoa, 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 whoa! There is a ton of between the control surfaces, but I think mostly all those gimbaled engines down there. There is a ton of attitude control. That is not an issue. So I got it just locked on there. I want to get this heading to 90 degrees. Hopefully it'll kind of settle in on that. And then the less I do, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to kind of let it go. I like the ascent profile. Might be a smidge steep, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing. Will you make a new video for useful? I do not have a plan on making a specific video about mods anytime soon. I am perfect player. Right now, what's going on are these streams once a week, and then every other week my RP1 series. The RP1 series takes a lot of time to put those videos together. So that's all I got going. Like, because there isn't time to be doing anything else. So any requests for any other types of videos, I'll kind of put them aside and put them in the hopper, but they're not going to be happening anytime soon. Doing a series on mods is always something that I've considered. It's just, there's just always this too many, you know, there's more video ideas than there is time to make them all. Okay, so we've reduced our throttle. We're holding that apoapsis at about a minute away. So I'll keep adjusting throttle for that, but otherwise, like, I'm stunned. We'll see how the separation of these fellas goes. But yeah, no complaints. It's kind of amazing the stupid stuff you can strap together in KSP and just go. I'm a little mad at myself that the original vehicle gave me so much trouble. I think I just wasn't in a good headspace that week. If you recall as well, I shouldn't blame things on my tools, but I was having all kinds of mouse issues, and I got a new mouse specifically because of that video where I built the original Wafflebird rescue. So maybe that's what's helping. All I want to do now is just make sure all the staging is good, because we're making orbit. I don't see an issue on that front. You know, strip a pair of Saturn V's to the side of something, and everything's golden. So our apoapsis is already at over 70 kilometers. So I think I'm just going to let this ride up until about, I guess, about 90. This thing has to make an interplanetary ejection. So we'll make our altitude a little higher than what I normally do. So I'll cut this when the apoapsis gets to 90. Oh wait, 90 I said. 90. 90. Getting that space music. Okay. So we're gonna have some fuel left over in those things for our ejection, because we're over 2,000 meters per second here. Orbital velocity is like, I don't know, what is it, like 2,2¼ kilometers per second, something like that. So only have to add on another couple of hundred meters per second, and This thing will be in orbit, and then what I'll do is just kind of keep going. Okay, let's go for an orbit. Okay, not pretty, but that's okay. Probably my TWR is stupid. Yeah, it is. So what I'm gonna do, let's just keep it locked to prograde. Let's lock. I want to see, or let's just throttle. I want to see how this separation goes here. And if that goes cleanly, I think I'm good. Stage. Okay. Nah, it's alright. It's fine. Probably lower those separatrons a bit. Okay, let's cut. Stage. Revert. Vehicle assembly building. Let's do it. Okay, what I found was these were just a little bit too high. I also think I don't need 6. So we're gonna... And I just found... Yeah, let's bring them down. Or like that. Ah, pooper heads. There we go. Okay, again, one last look at staging, but I think that should be good. That should be good. That should be good. Action groups. Do I have any action groups on the go? Doesn't look like it. So on 0, we'll put deployment of this antenna. That's the one. Okay, just extend the antenna, I guess. Is there any other deployable stuff on this? Not really. Pretty dull. Let's just go to 1 and we'll do the opening, the... Where's the... We'll do both control from... Oh, wait, on 1... Oh, I do have the Clampetron shielded docking port. Okay, and the lights. Toggle the shield, toggle the lights. Okay, 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 I did do something here. Let's also put the control from here on that. And then on 0 is for the antenna. Toggle the antenna. Oh, I already had it here. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'd already done that. Already done that. Okay. We're good. Save, launch. This one's for realsies. You have an old action groups. Yeah, I must have did it last stream and just forgot that I did it last week. That's why I couldn't find the toggle of the antenna, because it was already there. Alright, so this is just, again, making a kind of a repeat of what we just saw. And if everything goes like it did back then, and like if everything goes the way it did a few minutes ago, everything should be good. So, boom-bitty boom-bitty boom, yep, boom. Off we go. Off we go. Pitch over just a little bit and lock it to prograde. And then once I get this to settle in on 90 degrees, it's for the most part just going to be leaving it alone. Yeah, there is a huge amount of gimbal authority on those engines that's completely unnecessary, really. I often find the engines just have way too much gimbal on them and find myself oh, and look at this. I never did change the textures on these so they actually fit in nice. They look stupid, but I'm of the I don't care variety right now. Alright. So same plan. Yeah, it's already pitching over nicely. Again, maybe a little too steeply, but I think that's better than the other way around. Okay, throttle down. Keep that time to apoapsis about a constant. That is one unholy big rocket. Yeah. But unlike the Wafflebird Rescue 1, it's going up fully fueled. You might recall, and this is actually how this whole thing became a kerfuffle. It was the beginning of the end with it. Was I got frustrated and decided just to take all the liquid fuel out of my payload, and that's how things went downhill after that. Probably shouldn't have ever done that. Probably should have just gotten it to work. Are these Saturn V parts stock parts? Yes, everything you see are stock parts. Now, if you're playing on console, I make no promises because I know the console version is a little bit behind. I don't know what to say, it just is. So there are features that are in the stock version of the PC game that aren't in the console version. So, what can I say? That's just what it is. Alright. Again, Apoapsis is climbing quickly, 65 kilometers. Very similar. Carbon copy of last time, really, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so again, just going to wait for this to get to 90. I like going a little bit higher in altitude if I'm going to make an interplanetary ejection burn. Because sometimes those burns can be long, and sometimes your altitude can drop while you're making those burns, and I don't want to be too close to the atmosphere. I find 90 is safe, rather than my customary 80 for a low orbit. Again, got the space music. 80 kilometers here. This is a pretty low thrust payload, so I might end up having to make a multiple, probably maybe I might have to make two. I wouldn't think any more than two, but a double ejection burn. So if you've never seen that or want to know how to set that up, you might be in luck. There we go. 90 kilometers on the Apo. 2 minutes from Apoapsis. Let's get over there. Again, plenty of fuel still left in those side boosters, so there will be these will help us with the first part of our ejection too, which I'm perfectly comfortable with, even though this will leave debris floating around Kerbin, but I don't care. Some people get very nervous about debris. If it bugs me, I just delete it in the tracking station. Okay. Yeah, birth in time if the interplanetary burns are long. That's exactly right. Okay, let's start this up. Don't need a lot of throttle because the TWR is quite bonkers right now. Try to do a little bit of a better job than I did on that first practice. There we are. I like that. Okay, so what I want to do though is I do want to reduce the thrust to weight ratio. Right now it's 4.59. I want to get it under 2. The thrust to weight ratio of the next stage is going to be like 0.2. Yeah, exactly 0.2. So let's. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to just disable engines. So I'm going to shut down this engine. Did that shut down this engine and then shut down? I want to shut these all down in pairs so that everything remains balanced. That's 2.5. Okay, let's shut down the outside engine. Shut down that one. Shut down that one. Shut down that one. Shut down that one. So we're now down to only 2 engines. Okay, let's increase the throttle limiters on those because remember I turned those down before. It's 1.02. Let's add. I got it. You can have to add 4 at a time. Let's activate these engines. This is going to be too much, but then what I'm going to do is put the throttle limiter I don't know, let's say 15. I'm pulling numbers out of my posterior on this. I just hate it when I punch the throttle and it goes, okay, that's 1.33. That's not bad. Let me get a little higher. 25. 25. 25. And 25. That's a 1.53 thrust to weight ratio. I'm good with that. And then finally, we're going to just kill the gimbal on all of the outside engines. That's funny how the thrust limiter... But the gimbal changed all of it, but the thrust limiter doesn't. Isn't that interesting? Okay, just the middle ones. And I'm going to put these gimbals at like 50. Limited gimbaling. Okay. That's, I think, looks a lot better. Let's put this on the normal vector, because I do have some solar panels here that will make sure that at least something's pointing towards the sun at any particular moment. But the main thing I got to think about is getting myself to Wafflebird right here. So let's set Wafflebird as a target. We are simply burning down towards the sun on this. So what you want to do is set up a prograde burn and eject yourself in this direction. So you're coming across the day side of Kerbin. That will eject you in a retrograde direction relative to Kerbin's motion about the sun, which will, in turn, bring your periapsis closer to the sun. That's the whole idea. So somewhere around here, this is going to be something like a 2,200 meter per second burn. There's no kind of way around that. Last time I got into doing all kinds of eaves assists, I am not doing that. That got me into so much trouble last time. Okay, and you want to make this ejection pretty much so that you are going out. Let's adjust the timing here. So that you are going out parallel to Kerbin's orbit. And see, oh, that came pretty close already. Now, this is a 15-minute burn, so I think I am going to split this up. I think I shall split this up. So, that's okay. Now, I'm not timing it so that we're going to be rendezvousing with Wafflebird down here. We'll deal with that at a later time. But what I think I shall do is, first of all, make sure I got the timing of this right by simply looking at my periapsis with the sun and simply adjusting the timing. And if it makes it go down, that means that's a good time. If it makes it go, oh, that's pretty much was right at the right time anyway. Okay, that's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, the timing doesn't matter. No. No. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push this. We're going to split this in half. It's going to have to it's going to be less than half. So I'm going to push this about 30 days into the future by just giving me a lot of, oh boy, that's a lot. By just pushing ahead the orbits, that will give me time to do a, oh heck, I think I'm making, no, I am doing it right. 30 days in the future. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. 16 days. And the reason I'm picking 30 days is just so that I have time to do a nice big lazy orbit and then come back here again. And 30 days is just a nice round number. Remember, it takes like a week to get out to Minmus, so that's 14 days and then back or something like that. So 30 seems safe. I might stop before that. Definitely. Okay, I saw a bit of a moon encounter. That's the biggest issue, is always the moon encounters. Okay. So there we go. We're 30 days in the future. And now I got to adjust the seconds on the timing, because that certainly has made it less than ideal there. So up this a little bit. Again, all I'm doing is looking at the periapsis and adjusting this so that the periapsis is as low as I can get it, and then that's going to be about the right time. Something like that. Okay, so that's pretty close. So now we're coming back to here. So this burn is in 30 days. That's going to be my final ejection. But now I want to do a burn on this current orbit that's going to be ideally about half of that, but unfortunately half of 2200 is 1100, and that will eject me. So it needs to be less than what it takes to eject yourself from Kerbin. Ejecting yourself from Kerbin's SOI, that is about 950. So I'm going to tentatively put in 900 here. And why did I lose the other? Oh, wait, there's the other maneuver. Where's the second maneuver? It's there. Oh, yes, I know why that happened. Yep. And then I'm going to put this in about the same... Whoops. I put some normal in there by mistake while I was dragging it. Always do stuff like that. Okay. Then we're going to move it. Oh, I think I am ejecting myself. Oh, no. Then I know what I got to... Okay, and then we're going to bring that back. That's what we got to do. And again, I pulled on the retro. I need to bring this back to there, so that these two are right on top of each other. I might have to tweak this the first one again, or the second one again. That's pretty typical. See what I'm saying? So you do, where's that first maneuver? You do the first burn. There we are. Come back a little bit in time. There. So you're going to do the first burn, you're going to do this orbit, and then you're going to do this second burn. That's the whole idea. And I think that's all looking pretty good. Now I'm going to need to adjust that second burn. I can tell that. First of all, I need to take off about 900 meters per second off of that second burn. So this is going to be around 1800. No, wait a minute. 900 from 22 is 1300. There we go. And I can see right away this is going in the wrong direction. So I need to move the first one back. Making a bit of a hatch of this, but that's okay. More like that, and then go to the second one. I love being able to switch between the maneuver nodes down here. Bring that one back. That was a little too far. There's that going off in the right direction. I think that's better. No, it's still a little too much that way. So go back to the first one. Back again. I just need to get that periapsis of that result in the right place. Go back to the second one. Does that look about right? That's looking about right. Where on earth is that going? I got like some sort of... What is the strength? That's the second maneuver. Oh my god, I put in 130,000. 2 zeros. That's all I need. There we go. Okay. That's close enough. I think we got enough to make this work. So just to sort of... Oh shoot, now this is wrong again. Okay. Back to the first one. I can tell this is wrong because of the angle it's going off on. See, like that? It needs to be more this way. So, move back the first one. Bop, 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 bop. Go to the second one. And you know, it's funny, I do this stuff, I have a couple of tutorials on how to do this, but of course the joy of those is that you can edit it and take out all the flapping bits. The flapping about. Oh, went too far that time. Okay, go to the first maneuver. Not quite sure why I spent so much time carefully placing that first one when all I did was go ahead and move it again. Still a little bit too early. So I need to go back to the first one. Go to the second one. Oh no, now it's too late. Oh my gosh. Okay, come back. Back to the first one. Ah, it's close enough. I'm sure I can make this work. So let's just do that first one. Okay. And I just want to do one last check of those maneuvers. I have a 900 meter per second burn followed by a 1300 meter per second burn. We'll fine tune it on that second one. Okay, let's put this guy on here. This is still going to be a 5 minute and 57 second burn for the first one. But unfortunately, that's about as much as you're going to be able to do before you have to start worrying about getting yourself out of Kerbin's SOI. Okay, does this feel backwards to anybody else? Oh yeah, of course, because we're on the wrong side of the planet. Not a problem. Not a problem. Do a quick save. There are never enough zeros. More zeros, please. More zeros, please. Okay, let's stop it a couple of minutes ahead of the burn. Let it find its way onto the maneuver node. You can see we are pointing. There is some... Put it on this view. There is some downwards to this. That's why I put myself into a 90-kilometer orbit, so I do have some ability to go down. But with the long burn, that's just what it is. And of course, partway through the burn, we're going to be losing these big radial boosters. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're about almost 10 seconds from the burn. So we're just going to punch it. Just going to punch it. E2 and go. And we're off. Just on a few engines there. But we're going to be pushing this in just a bit. And... there we go, and then those leave, and now we're on just the nerves. And these engines are for the entire rest of the journey. We got some drop tanks that we will be losing at certain moments, but that is about it. And there's still 5.5 minutes left in the burn. And it is important to recognize that the further you are off of program, I mean, this is a pure prograde burn, so about half of it's going to be done below the prograde vector, and about half of it's going to be done above the prograde vector. And the further you are from prograde, the less efficient this burn is. That's why splitting it up turns it into 2 burns where you spend even less time from that. And the more you can split it up, the more efficient it will be. But This should be fine. This should be fine. Now, I just want to make sure this middle tank should not be being... Well, that shouldn't be draining at all. That shouldn't be draining at all. This is the fuel for Wafflebird in the middle. At least a lot of it is. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to turn off some of these tanks. I got a feeling I forgot to turn off some of these. Okay. These should be off. Yep. Same with you. Wow. Okay, let's check that again. Okay. And we should be just, yeah, we're draining these tanks here. And these tanks should be remaining full, and these tanks should be remaining full. So that when these two tanks are dry, we stage them. Yep, everything's set good. Where does the extra efficiency come from doing this lazy loop? That's what I was saying. If you did it in one big burn, you spend a lot of time off your prograde vector. That's essentially you burning in the wrong direction. And that's where you're in efficiency. You want to maximize the amount of time you're spending close to that prograde vector. Also, you want to maximize the closest you are to the planet. The closer you are to the planet, the more efficient progrades and retrograde burns are. So the lazy loop definitely saves me some fuel. And the more you can break it up, the more you save. And basically, again, your rule of thumb is, if you find yourself burning away, far away from prograde, and it's a prograde burn, then that's a lack of efficiency right there. Right now, though, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Now, yeah, we're not going to be draining these tanks before this is done. Oh, I'm just hoping. Oh my gosh, there's another thing I got myself worried about. This fuel tank was on. So, of course, that is impacting my Delta V. And does that mean my Delta V that I thought I had, I didn't really have because I was counting fuel that I shouldn't be using? Oh, life with me. Live streams, they're so much fun. So there we go. We got ourselves... I don't know. And I'm gonna say what I've said so many times. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I should just put that on the thumbnail. That should be the name of the series. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, the only way to test that, the only way to see is to go back into the vehicle assembly building. Maybe I clicked that off by mistake at some point, but I don't know. There's no point now. We're on our way. We are on our way. Now, the fuel this thing's carrying is a lot of fuel to get Wafflebird back. It's more fuel than he likely needs, so we might still be fine on the other end. Emphasis on the word might. You know, I do like this vehicle better than the Wafflebird Rescue 1. I think it looks nicer. I think it's a nicer looking thing with its drop tanks and stuff. Next week might be Rescue 3. We'll see. You never know. All right. It's just, yeah, I think it looks nice. It's nice and smooth at the front, and it's all industrial and janky at the back with lots of struts and stuff. That's always a good look. You know, looks like scaffolding back here, but nice and smooth at this end. All right, still going. Oh, I should have been. I could have been. Oh, there's here. Could have been physics warping through all this. I don't know why I wasn't. Too busy talking, too busy worrying about fuel, I think is really what it was. Alright, so... just about there. There's nothing super precise about this burn. We will adjust the other burn to compensate for this. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... and go. That's good enough. Get rid of that. We still got this fella. Now, the one thing that's right away you'll notice is that that fella is way over here. So the first thing I need to do is bring this down. You know what? No. We'll do this right. Oh, for goodness sakes. Bring that down right down onto the periapsis. I was about to say I could... Nah, I'm not going to. I could burn this a little more, but I'm not going to. The biggest thing I always worry about when doing this is a moon encounter. And so if I see that I'm not hitting the moon, what I should have done is actually just set the moon as a target. No, I'm not coming anywhere close to the moon, so that's good to see. Okay. Alright, so let's set this back to Wafflebird, and I can see here I need to add a little bit more onto the progradeness of this. And all I'm doing is bringing that periapsis down to match up with Wafflebird's periapsis. No attempt at a rendezvous just yet. I think that looks pretty good. I don't even know. What is that? 3.556? Well, 3.56 is pretty darn close, so maybe a little more. There we go. Oh, now I can see the encounter. That's a sheer sign we're crossing. Okay, so we got 1,506 meters per second left. There's still 3,803 left in the vehicle, and I worked out that the rendezvous is going to cost 4,000. So clearly clearly I was counting that fuel. Okay. Well, we'll be able to do the rendezvous because this thing has plenty of fuel, but I was clearly counting this fuel. I can see now I don't have enough. But it's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, so normal vector just for solar panels. Make sure those solar panels stay exposed. This burn's coming up in 22 days. You can see why I did that 30-minute, why I did that 30-minute time delay to give me the time to do this bit. 5 days there. Oh, I can come back in orbit. Okay, that's cool. I'm just noticing it's doing more. I can come back in orbit. Let's get back on that second maneuver. I'm doing more than one orbit before coming back to this. So this burn, yeah. So we can come back in orbit. 11 days sounds about right. Ah, and I can take some off of this with that. Okay. I think I said 5.56. Okay, saved myself a little bit there. Okay, now the burn's coming up in 11 days. F5. All right, let's do this. Let's use alarm clock. Don't trust game. And give me... I made this mistake before. If I give myself 5 minutes warning, because the burn's going to be 9 minutes, so I'm going to give myself like 15 minutes warning here on this maneuver. And let's do this. So boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to go way out here. There goes the moon below us. And then we're coming back. Yeah, might as well turn on this fuel thing here because I know I'm going to need some of this fuel. But hopefully, who knows, maybe there'll still be enough left over for Wafflebird to get what he needs. Okay, let's time warp in. Alarm clock can go away. That's not the game's alarm clock, the stock one. That is the mod Kerbal alarm clock, one of the ones I did add. Only because I don't trust the game's alarm clock sometimes. Have I kept track of how many Kerb bucks I have spent rescuing Wafflebird? 100% no. I have I don't want to know. I completely do not want to know how much I've spent on Wafflebird. He'll be worth it, though. Hey there, Javier. How are you? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's true. John says that you can set up alarm clock to automatically add those maneuver. I think it did actually for me. But you got to get the buffer. You got to tell it the buffer. It doesn't pay attention to how long the burn is when it sets it. So you have to give it the appropriate buffer. But as it was kind of a one-off, I really didn't need it. Okay, so we are 30 seconds away. You can see we're still a ways away from periapsis. What's this? We're still 5 minutes from periapsis. Again, kind of unavoidable because it's not going to be long after this that we're going to be ejecting ourselves from Kerbin, and then you can't come back and do another one. So there's no way around not having the last part of this burn be the bulk of it. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and go. There we go. All right, you make yourself dinner. Welcome back when you're back. Okay, this time I will do a little bit of physics warping. Oh, you can get alarm clock to add in the halftime business. Okay. So, oh, I should look at this. There we go. See, we're already ejecting ourselves, so we ain't coming back to Kerbin. We ain't coming back. Now, I do got to get ready to do a ejecting these fuel cans. Again, these ones should still be full. Good, good, good. I'll take the time warp off when it gets ready to do that. We're scooting across. My periapsis is at 86 kilometers, right? So I probably could have gotten away with an 80 kilometer starting periapsis, but I figure it's better safe than sorry. Okay, we are coming close to staging those drop tanks. So I'll take off the time warp. Get ready on that. So it's really, yeah, you can see these are almost empty. I'm really watching this number over here. When it says there's nothing left in the stage, we stage. Nothing's going to happen with the engines, though, so I do have to watch the number. And there. Whoa, that went off with vigor. With vigor. Gonna turn those down a little bit. Now we're on to these little drop tanks. Again, the middle part should all be staying good, including you. Yep. I knew everything was going a little bit too easy for me not to have made a mistake at some point. Oh, we can start time warping again. Yeah, I've done the dipping into the atmosphere while doing an ejection before. It's one of those things you do once and then realize, okay, I got to be careful about that in the future. All right, we are on our way out of here. Let's see what's going on out at this view. There we are. I'm gonna get rid of too many whatever. We'll do it with our eyes. You can see our periapsis coming down again. This, I really think the game shouldn't have done this. I think it's kind of cruel. The irony of this is after getting this one, last week I rescued somebody from a like 75 kilometer orbit about Kerbin. Like, how can it mix that? I complain about the contract. Well, What's the point complaining about the contracts? They are what they are. And they're not going to change, so... But most certainly, I think the contracts are one of the weakest aspects of this game. But I need missions. I need missions given to me rather than coming up with my own. Okay, we're coming close. We're coming close here. Let's reduce throttle a little. It was 35. I think it was 0.56, I think, on that number there, like after the decimal place. I believe is what I had. So I'm just going to wait till I... Whoa, numbers are... Okay, I see it. So... No, there's a lot of numbers down here, but I'm looking at... this one. Calling it. There. Let's delete that. Oh my god. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. Now, I got a huge separation coming up, but we'll deal with that in just a little bit. Right now, that ain't bad. Let's just get ourselves into orbit about the sun. Yeah, I still got... Wow. I think I'm going to be using more than just this fuel. Let's turn that one on, because I got worked out. And my math tends to work out okay. It's my execution of said math that always is the problem. But by my math, the Rendezvous should cost 4,380 meters per second. And I noticed if I don't have these on, this is the fuel for a Wafflebird. It's only 2,000. Maybe I worked that into it. I don't know. It'll be what it is. So now I got enough Delta V to do the rendezvous. So we'll be getting there. Okay. Leave. Bye, Kerbin. We'll see you later. Oh, whoa. How about extending that antenna? I was just getting myself out of range. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, my lights. I got lights on this thing, don't I? A little bit. Okay, bye, Kerbin. Almost forgot to extend the antenna. I do have limited functionality. I probably could have extended it. I think. Are we in orbit of the sun now? I think we are. Are we in orbit? We are in orbit of the sun. Okay, so let's see here. So, I need to put a... Let's center this on the sun. Set Wafflebird as a target again. Add a maneuver here. And we're just going to bring this down as low as we can. And still get our rendezvous. You can see how expensive this is. Like if I come right down to the point where I'm matching, see, 4,330 right there, and I'm still not quite there. So my 4,380, I think, was an accurate prediction. All right, as much of this burn as you can do now, the better. Okay, so that's coming into getting ourselves a nice close encounter down here. Still a ways in the future. Okay, so our separation there is 5,700 kilometers. So now what I want to do is just tweak this. It will not take much tweaks to change that a lot. And you don't have to dial this in just, yes, 778. I'll never burn it this precisely anyway. 776, that's good enough. My relative inclination, I can't even see it. There's too many here. Oh, it's 0. It should be fine. Okay. So that burn's coming up in 99 days. So we're going to F5. It is a 10-minute burn. Now that we're away from Kerbin, long burns don't matter anymore. So that part's all fine. So add alarm. Give myself like a good good 12 minutes of warning here. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get down there. Here we come, Wafflebird. Full time warp. We'll be delivering some fuel, and perhaps it'll be enough. Because I actually, my number for how much fuel to bring down to Wafflebird should stop, right? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the time warp to stop. But the calculation for how much fuel to bring I just worked out as much fuel as it would take to fill the ship, which I know is more than enough. So it is entirely possible that the fuel we end up giving him might be enough. He's going to need about 4.4 kilometers per second of Delta V to get back to Kerbin. Of course, there's always the possibility of an Eve assist, but we all know how well that went last week, so... Or no, it was 2 weeks ago. So I'm not really sure I should count on doing an Eve assist. Okay, here we go. Let's reduce throttle. And now, even though this is like almost a 10-minute burn, because we're in interplanetary space and our trajectories are so close to straight lines, like we're right on the retrograde vector anyway. So here it doesn't matter that the burn is super long. I don't have to split this up. I am going to be losing these tanks partway through, and then we'll be just on this central core, which has an ample amount of fuel. The question is, is there enough to... for Wafflebird to be able to use? We're going to give him everything we got. Okay, 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a... Again, a little bit of physics warping. We'll stage away these tanks, and then we'll... Then there's no more stages. That's the whole rest of it. Okay. Oh, so apparently... Okay, just a sec. I'm almost coming to a staging event, so I'll wait on that. Off comes the time warp. So apparently I already have it set up to do the half burn thing on. Let me look at alarm clock when this is all done. We'll take a look at it. Okay, just about done on these tanks. Goodbye. See you later. Now it's just... What's nice, though, is our TWR is continually... Oh, I thought our TWR would be higher than that. Okay, I'm confused on that front, too. Because it started at... I could have sworn it was 0.2 in low Kerbin orbit, and I've done nothing but... I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. Okay, alarm clock, people were saying. So, people were saying... Oh, I guess I need to have a maneuver. Okay, next time I set it up, I set up a maneuver, I'll pay more attention. Now, at this point, I can start looking at this. I want to minimize my intersect distance. You can see what's happening. We're bringing down that apoapsis. We're going to end up doing one more loop. And then when we get back to here, we should be meeting up with Rendezvous, or meeting up with Wafflebird. Once again inside Moho's orbit, which is the stinky part of this. At full 4 times time warp. Where's the sun? Hello, sun. Ooh, if you recall last time too, Kerbin was really badly placed. I hope I don't have anything like that. No, Kerbin's over here to the side. the rendezvous won't be for another 110 days. I think it's going to be okay because Kerbin's going this way. Last time Kerbin managed to position itself directly behind the sun while I was doing the rendezvous. That was very, very mean of it. Oh, it's of course working out the TWR. How can the TWR with the sun be 0.2? That makes no... I don't know. The TWR with the sun can't be 0.2. That makes no sense. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Pay attention. We're almost at the end of our burn. Okay, so I'm just looking at my intersect distance here, and I'm gonna minimize that more than I'm looking at the maneuver. So then I noticed we were close to the end. I was paying no attention. Oh, I saw it went back up again. We'll use a little RCS. 783, 776. There we go, 777 kilometers. And that's going to be in 110 days. Back on there. Okay. Alright, so we're going to come around, and on this one we should be coming pretty close. You see how this works? Oh, Wafflebird's going to do... Yeah, that makes sense. He's going to do one more orbit, and then we're doing a little bit of a lazy hangout here for a little bit, allowing him to catch up. Okay, let's take the time warp off and start thinking about this. Where's Kerbin? Kerbin's in a good spot for communications, so that's good to know. So our encounter speed here is 2,500 meters per second. We still got 3,000 left, so that's cool. And I'm going to do this mostly whenever I have a really large... I like to do this mostly with a rendezvous. With a maneuver node. Just to help me get the timing right. And if you just do it so that you're just a little shy. It should be. Oh yeah, see how this is bringing down our encounter speed now to, it's only 41 meters per second. Honestly, I think that's probably good enough. Maybe you shouldn't be fiddling with it anymore. But of course, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fiddle with it more. I'm happy with that. 775 kilometer separation and our 21 meter, and then we'll just get in there. So that burn's coming up in just 21 days. Again, another quick save just before the burn. Okay, let's take a look at this alarm clock situation. So we add an alarm clock, and oh, there's a half burn time. Oh, it's already there. See, yeah. So add Kerbal burn. So if you add the burn time, add half the burn time. So if we just, and if I give myself a further, say, 3 minutes warning just to orient myself and all that. So it's saying this is coming up in 21 days, 2 hours and 41 minutes. 21 days, 2 hours and something. That's a little bit. Okay. Oh, wait. And 49 minutes, and it's a 10-minute. See, that doesn't add up to me. The burn is in 2 hours and 49 minutes. This is 49, but the burn's 10 minutes. Oh, no, but halftime. Yeah, no, that should be good. Okay, let's quick save just in case. But it should be stopping me at the right time. I'm going to try and not touch anything and see if it does. I have so little faith in technology, or in my ability to set up technology, really. I guess that's what it is. Oh no, it seems to be stopping at the perfect time exactly where I said. I said 3 minutes, I think. Alright, I'm not going to complain anymore. No more complaining about you, alarm clock. You did good. Okay, so once again, orienting to the maneuver node. This is the one last big burn. The rest of this is just baby stuff. Baby stuff. All right, we'll stop it a few bits early. Okay, stop. Okay. We're coming for it. Now, Wafflebird can't be that far away. I should actually look to see how far away he is. Just give me a moment. 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1, and go. Okay. The Wafflebird must be close. There's too many things here. You can actually use... This is a 10-minute burn, so we'll just let it go. But I can actually use Kerbal Engineer. These are all the things that I've added here. And if I go into the Rendezvous tab, there's so much data here, but there should be a distance to target, just flat out. There it is, distance to target. And if I close that, and close this, did it? Yep. I am only 1,300 kilometers away from Wafflebird. He's somewhere over there. Is it that way or maybe that way? Maybe more that way. Okay, time warp. Oh yeah, it's working out the local gravity, says Salam. I think he's right, because it's... I was thinking relative to the surface of the sun, but it's relative to the gravitational field, which is really a useful... I don't like that number. I mean, it's not useful. Because what you need is some sort of idea of how much acceleration you can perform. And G's give you that idea. Like 1 G is about 10 meters per second squared of acceleration. And if you start changing the scale of what a G is, you end up with numbers that just aren't that useful. So, poo on you. I could put my acceleration up here, but I just am not. Okay, I'm still at full time warp. So we're probably empty. Oh no, these tanks, but we are using the fuel in here, and we are using the fuel in there. Ugh. We'll see how much fuel we got left when we get there. Yeah, it's definitely less, because I wrote down that 7,740 units of liquid fuel will fill up Wafflebird's tanks. And I can already see now I'm at about 6,300 units of liquid fuel, and of course still more to come. Oh, there's a dock. There's a docking port at the front here. That's how I'm going to dock. And there's a docking port on Wafflebird's craft as well. From previous refuelings, from my other fiascos. This is why this mission's been going on so long. So yeah, I definitely made a mistake in the VAB and mistakenly had these fuel cans on. We'll see. Maybe we can still get Wafflebird there on the fuel. The fuel that he's got. See how it goes. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of this burn. The time to Wafflebird's not all that important. I want to keep the distance not too far from what it is. But I do want to keep... I can probably stop this at any time, actually, now I'm looking at it. Oh, the distance is still going down. That's okay. Oh, the distance is starting to creep up. So let's stop. Close. Okay, so... Next thing. Let's aim at the target. So Wafflebird should be... How far away is Wafflebird? Wafflebird is under 1,000 kilometers. 840. He is somewhere that way. But Wafflebird is still... Oh, 3 hours away. So we aren't going to be too close to him in a bit. So we're kind of just floating around him. Yeah. So let's get ourselves... Well, no, we're just kind of floating around him. Let's burn right at him. Let's point at him. Or maybe a better plan. What's our relative velocity with Wafflebird right now? Our encounter velocity is 18 meters per second. Okay. Then what we shall do... I probably should have stopped the burn a smidge earlier. I'm just noticing we're 3 hours away from our closest approach, but we're 840 kilometers away, and our closest approach is 779 kilometers, so we're approaching at a very, very low speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my retrograde vector onto this anti-target icon. So I'm just going to look at the Navball here. We're going to come all the way over this way. I can see I got to push this that direction. So I'm going to put it but another 90 degrees like this. So it's going to be pretty close to radially. There we go. This is going to turn into pretty much just pushing right at them. And that should be bringing down the distance. Whoa, whoa, why? Oh, I'm still locked to some... Oh my god. Silly Millie. Just burn at him. I didn't realize this was still locked on the anti-target. So I started the burn in the right direction, but didn't stay going that way. So instead, what we're gonna do, get back to here. There we go. Just go at him. Just go straight at him. That should do it. I got the throttle very low. We're not using a lot of that precious fuel, bringing down that distance. And we're starting to bring down the time to intercept. Where's that prograde vector? Ah, there we go. I'm looking at the wrong prograde vector. What a dingledore. I had this on orbit, so I'm not changing my orbital prograde vector, am I? Thankfully, I'm still was doing close to doing the right thing. That way. Pulling that right onto the target. Didn't have this on target because I wasn't close enough yet. Boom. Beautiful. Okay, we're now coming within 20 kilometers of our target. Oops. And our relative velocity is 51 meters per second. So we increased that a little bit, but it should be good. Switch ball to relative velocity. Thank you. I noticed those things. I always see the comments after after the fact. Because, yeah, that's me. Push this a little more that way. When you're in low orbit about a body, doing this, putting the retrograde right on the target when you're still like 4 hours away isn't going to work. But here, where our trajectories are pretty flat, it's going to work just great. Okay, time warp. Oh, shoot. Noticing... Okay, I'll do it by visual. When I start time warping, see how that gets messed up? I hate that. Not quite sure why that gets messed up. It just does. So we're going to take off a couple of hours. I'm just time warping cautiously. Well, I guess I could use alarm clock for this again. I could. That's not a bad idea. I'm 52 minutes away. We can just do this by eyeball. So let's take off about another hour. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're 17 minutes away. Probably do the rest from here. Oh, and we can see them! A mere 50 kilometers away. Oh, there. Wasting all of Wafflebird's precious fuel. Oh, no. Yeah, I messed up here. I put the wrong distance. That's the distance of closest approach, which is the same distance as no, that's not the same. Oh, no, that's right. It's kilometers. That's right. Never mind. I saw the meters here, but didn't notice the thousands. Okay, still 20 minutes away. Again, every time I time warp, this gets messed up, which just bugs me. But we'll kind of close our distance here a little more. I'm paranoid about actually time warping right past them. So this distance here is really useful. Okay, 8 minutes away. Get closer. Our approach speed is not very high. Okay. All right, let's start. We're under 2 minutes away now. Let's start closing this off. F5? Yeah, sure. F5 again. I like to F5 before every time warp, you're right, but sometimes I don't do it. I should do it, but I don't. Okay, I'm only 38 seconds away, so let's put some throttle. Okay, I can still push this time up, so that's good. Now I'm really watching this time to intersect. I do like the idea that we are here, two lonely objects in orbit of the sun, but we're finding each other. So still, yeah, it still messes up when I time warp. Just not making it easy for me. What did I miss, says Vizak. We are almost at Wafflebird. We are less than 40 seconds away. I'm just now matching velocities. And then we're going to do a little bit of docking. And maybe Wafflebird has the fuel that he needs to get home, and maybe he does not. But it's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, we're just reducing our velocity here again a little more. Okay, it's coming at us out of the sun, so it's hard to sort of see, but there's his ship. She's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's just let's really reduce velocity here. Okay, we're only less than a meter per second now. A little more. Okay, I don't know where his docking port is. There it is. So set that as a target, and I think I put it on 1, didn't I, all of this? Yes, and that should now be controlled from here, but I'll just make double sure. I need to come... It's hard to tell. Yeah, more this way. Wait, no, more that way. The docking port's on the other side. More this way, more this way, more this way, more this way. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to clear the actual ship. Do the rest of this on RCS. Now I can see I got back up still a bit. Okay, we'll aim our camera up here at the front. We're just going to have to just kind of sneak in here. Any solar panels or anything in the way? I don't see any. I do not see any, so should be good. All right, I can see my prograde vector in the beginning of the target vector there, so that means that I am got things lined up pretty good. Probably come a little more forward. I'm just positioning that prograde vector just past the target icon, and that should get everything lining up good, and then in goes the fuel, and then we'll see what we got. We'll see what our situation is. We have a trilogy. This has been more than just 3 streams. I guess this you call it chunks-o streams, but there has been yeah, there's been a lot going on with this this rescue. We'll get it done eventually, but it's hardly going without incident. That's for sure. I don't want to come in too quick because this thing is not exactly nippy. Definitely the word is not nippy for this thing. It's looking like the prograde vector is just jittery. It's like it just doesn't know whether it's prograde or not. I think I'm good. Okay, come on, get in there. Get in there. Line her up. Bonk. Okay, so let the transferring begin. So first of all, we're going to shut down all of these engines because they will never be used again. We are going to abandon this craft down here. And we're going to start loading up Wafflebird's tanks. So every bit of fuel that's in here is coming out. So that is 1 tank. That is another tank. And we'll just see how much Delta V we got. Oh, that's that. Okay. Here, let's pin that. And there should be, yeah, there's a tank up here. And out. There we go. Okay. So that's that one. I want to make sure I don't miss any. There's that one. That one. Out. There's Wafflebird. See, Wafflebird's still having a good time. He's been here for years, but it doesn't seem to bug him. Alright, now the rest of these I gotta do symmetrically. So we'll grab these in pairs. There's that one. Out. Also have these teeny tiny little ones when I thought I was doing this really precisely and completely botched that, so get these little itty bitty ones down here. Remember to turn the little bitty ones off. Oh, I don't have to... Okay. I thought I had to turn these to do the transferring, but I don't. No, it's one less click to do with each of these. Okay, that comes out. Okay, out. Okay, that is full. Now that one. And that one. Man, I really did just empty Wafflebird out, didn't I? Out. Okay, and now we're into... Yeah, all that's left are these quartet of... Oh god, there's 8 tanks down here, and then that's the end of it. There's not much left in them. Out and out, and if I'm not mistaken, that is every fuel tank in this fuel barge. I just want to make doubly sure. It's that empty, 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 and empty. Okay, and just to squeeze out what we can, because he doesn't need the monopropellant anymore. I do have, oh, not much monopropellant storage, but where's his monopropellant? Oh, he has so much monopropellant. Why do you have so much monopropellant? This ginormous can at the... Where is his monopropellant hiding? Oh, I put this... This is opening up. I put a tank in there. So long ago I built all that. Okay, just take out what you can. It's not much, but okay. Alright, the moment of truth has arrived. We're going to undock. Where are you, docking port? Undock. And according to this, 4,744 meters per second, and by my math, it's 4,380 meters per second. I might have this. I might have this. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. I'm going to put on RCS. We're going to back away here. Again, all I did was like, how much fuel do I need to fill this thing, and never calculated how much... Well, I calculated the meters per second, but never how much liquid fuel I actually needed to get back. I just said, let's just fill it and be done. But I don't think I needed to fill it. I think I can go with a lot of this being empty. I am getting excited. I am getting excited. I think we're going to do this. I think. Now watch something. I shouldn't jinx it. Control from here, so I'm pointing forward. Okay. Watch us. I don't want to end up jinxing this and having something catastrophic going wrong. Oh, I did have it. I was looking at the radiators, but I did have this pointed right for solar panels. So let's just do that again. Okay, so this will be abandoned, never to be seen again. But, yeah, save, quick save. But now we are targeting Kerbin. Now, when exactly this is going to happen, I don't know, around here-ish maybe. I mean, this is just going to be a... No, it's going to take longer than that to get out there. Look at that. Okay, so. Buzz, getting a Kerbin encounter. There it is. 4,384 meters per second, or 85, but still, I got hundreds of meters per second left. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Yeah. This has got to get finished today. I know this stream is maybe going a little bit on the long side. I don't care. We're going to do this. It's going to get done today. Okay, select a maneuver. Get the timing right. Get that closer, 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 closer. Okay, we can start dialing some of this back, actually. Closer still. Well, I might as well be stingy. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be stingy, right? Because... Oh. That's about as stingy. Okay, the timing's about perfect, so just need to get in nice and close. And of course, we're going to completely aerobrake this puppy. There's plenty of heat shields on Wafflebird. He is going to go down using the atmosphere as a brake. That is good enough for now. So we are getting. I'm super getting excited. I'm going to be quick saving so much. It's going to make you dizzy. Okay, so we got this burn coming up in 56 days and 1 hour. What I'm going to do, let's just get on this vessel just really quickly. Let me think about that. I'm going to, that's going to be a prograde burn in, I don't know, whatever. Let's not think about it. I'm just going to, let's burn just away. I'm just going to use RCS, and I'm just... And I'm just going to move away from this guy. And I'm hoping as our like we have no more liquid fuel, but I just don't want to end up having to do this burn and being anywhere near this fella. So I'm hoping that this, and then as we go in our orbit, we should separate even further than this. But I'm just sort of, you know, beep, 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 backing away. How long should the Wafflebird mission have been initially? Before I got into the silliness with Eve, about as long as what this is being. Really. I mean, this just initially rendezvoused with... How long has this mission been going? It's hard to tell. I've lost the time. But the amount of time it took to get down and then get back. I think that should be enough. Get back on Wafflebird. Okay, F5 again. But it would have taken probably, even under the best of circumstances, like a year or two. 3 minutes warning, half burn time, add that alarm. Okay. Time warp. I'm hoping we just stay nice and away from wherever that guy is. Tell you, Wafflebird's certainly getting excited. Wafflebird is, by the way, another pilot, of which I have many. So that's kind of too bad, but it is what it is. I would have loved to get another engineer or even a scientist, but... Oh, actually, I don't need scientists anymore because the tech tree is completely full. So that doesn't matter. Alright, so there's our burn. Let's just make sure our control point is right once again. So I should be controlling from here. There's a probe body right there. So the last thing I want is to burn this in the wrong direction. Nope, that's making some sense. Okay. Again, we'll check our encounter with Kerbin once again. That's looking lovely. Woo! Okay. Let's turn it this way. Lose the glare of the sun. Losing the glare of the sun. Okay, so this one, it is an almost 14 minute... Oh, no, it's... Yeah, the burn time's almost 14 minutes. That's okay. One big giant burn to get us home, but this should be the last one. Okay, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and go. And I was just getting distracted. Oh no, that's a battery down there. I thought I had another probe body down there. So there we go. Off we go. Do some time warping. Wafflebird is getting his ship. I actually kind of like this ship too. Kind of rather partial to it. I like the way that these guys are well separated from the central body of this ship. So, you know, some stuff came. Are there any planets in the way? There better not be. I didn't even, but no, there shouldn't be. I mean, you know, what's the odds of hitting a planet? Yeah, we're not encountering any planets. Moho, we're actually pretty close to Moho if you look here. Might not be missing Eve by much, but I didn't see any encounters coming up, so best not. Oh, also our inclination is 0, which is right in Kerbin's plane, so we still might be coming close to Eve. We'll see how that goes. That would be an irony if we hit Eve on the way there. And now again, the radiators are turning red, which makes me like really alarmed, but I don't think it matters. I didn't even put radiators on the other ship. I think they're cooling something which isn't even necessary. Yeah, this Kerbal has been in the lonely void of space for, well, over 4 years. 4 years has just been since we've hooked up with them. God, I don't even remember how long he was before that. That's the nature of these dopey rescue contracts. Again, about halfway through the burn, I am at full time warp, so this is as fast as she goes, folks. Yeah, it was a 3-hour tour. They told me we were just going around the block. I should probably show people that haven't been, like, Wafflebird. Here, we can open this, I think, right? Yeah. That's where Wafflebird resides. That's Wafflebird's compartment that he's in there. And we do have to return Wafflebird's scrap as well, so that's why I built this thing with the claw and the little container and the whole thing of getting him back that way. I could bring up his contract. That's not a bad idea. Should pay attention to where we're going. Wafflebird, there you are. There. We do have to return Wafflebird scrap. We're going to get 360,000 Kerb bucks for this, but we spent, hey, there's guaranteed we spent more than that going to get them. Actually, one of the biggest expenses was we had to upgrade the vehicle assembly building because our rockets were getting too big. Which I suppose really, you know, that's an amortized cost. It'll be affecting other things than just Wafflebird. Okay. So, we are coming close over here. We do want to pay attention to our intercept with Kerbin. Start slowing this down. Okay, where is it? Here it comes. You just get that, I don't know, around 45-ish kilometers. Probably use RCS here. Oh yeah. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to be there in 108 days. That's like nothing compared to how long this mission's been going for. So that's easy peasy. Okay, so back to here. Back to Kerbal alarm clock. Put the contract window over there. Don't need this anymore. Add an alarm for our intercept with Kerbin. Give me a few hours warning. So that's in 106 days and 2 hours. That makes perfect sense. Yes, it does. All right, let's get going, Wafflebird. So how close are we? We were close to, yeah, we aren't, yeah, we're going to miss Eve, but we're not that far away. course, the real question is how on earth Wafflebird, if it took us that much work to get him down there, how did he get there in the first place? That is really the question. Okay, just waiting for alarm clock to give us a little bit of a stoppy stop there. Good, good. Close that alarm. No, I put a maneuver there for some. Just click through. There we go. All right, we are just 3 hours away, so... And honestly, I'm thinking of just... Oh, I gotta think about this. Because suddenly now... You know... with the end in sight, suddenly now I'm getting a little bit... Where is Kerbin? There's Kerbin. I'm getting a little bit paranoid. So I've arrow braked it before, but we're going to be hitting Kerbin with a very high relative velocity. Let's just leave it. If it goes around, it goes around. Or should I detach? I don't know. What do people think? Because what I got 2 big heat shields here that I can inflate. Or should I just let this thing go around and stay in control? I'm a little bit nervous of doing one big giant drop. I kind of want to lose velocity. I think I am. I think I'm going to try and lose velocity and without non-destructively. We'll see how it goes. I'll do a quick save before I do anything stupid. So I'm going into periapsis. We're going to be there in a day and a bit. Give me like 20 minutes warning before we get to periapsis. There we go. And F5 this again. And where are you, Kerbin? There's Kerbin. Yeah, this is where the trajectories mod would come in handy if you want to try and put yourself into an orbit after you're done. But I think a trajectories mod is one helper away too far from just a stock game. I think alarm clock is just a better version of the game's alarm clock, but I think trajectories is a step too far to still call this a stockish, a stock-like kind of game. Okay, so we are coming into periapsis. We're gonna just... I'm thinking we're gonna come through. And I'm hoping we're gonna come through without a lot of destruction. But I am actually a little more worried about... Maybe I should go... Oh, what I should just do... Time out for a moment here. This is... I'm just being silly. Go through prograde. I got... Expand this. Not jettison it. Inflate that. There we go. Got a giant heat shield here. We're just going to let that lead the way. Now, I don't know how this will work aerodynamically. It might... this might be a bad idea, but I did quick save just before all this. I'm going to give myself permission to revert if this just goes disastrously wrong. Okay. Alright, so what does 0 do for me as far as retracting stuff? It doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, let's... Oh, there, that's going. Okay, let's retract this antenna. Retract antenna. Retract. Oh, these are the kind of solar panels that don't retract. Ah, well planned, sir. Well planned indeed. So that's not good. We'll close these doors. Yeah, well thought out. Okay, let's put this on surface, lock this to prograde. These guys might, if there's, I don't know if they're enough behind that heat shield, but we'll find out. There is, how much electricity is stowed on this thing? There is, oh, a lot. 5,600 units of electric charge might be okay. See what happens. Wafflebird's having a great time, yeah. Well, it says, somebody's just pointing out, Wafflebird's smiling. How bad can it be? Okay, here we go. We'll see what this is like. We're going at 4.3 kilometers per second. And we're entering the atmosphere right now. We're only 40 seconds from periapsis, so we're not going to be long in the atmosphere. Oh my gosh. I don't think these things are behind the heat shield. I do not think those things are behind the heat shield. Wow, look at that. That's a show. That is a show. The temperature gauge is on the heat shield. I would think that's a good thing. Oh, we're flipping around backwards. And what's left? What's left? What's left? What's left? Okay, wait. I should. Wait. Why can't I? Okay, I gotta. Okay, I'm going to stage here. And we're going to inflate this heat shield. Okay, so. What on earth? So that did not go quite as planned. Is retrograde a little easier for you? Oh, retrograde might be a little easier. And then again, maybe not. Oh! Okay. Okay. Things are settling down now. That was wild. That was a wild ride. Wafflebird, you still having fun? You still having fun, my friend? Okay. Our apoapsis is down to 1,000, so I think we're going to come out, but we don't have much of an orbit left. That was fun. Okay. I'm kind of happy I did that. We are going to do a loop, but, you know, we shedded a lot of velocity, but given what the temperature gauge was like on this heat shield, I'm kind of happy I did that, because now we're going to do a loop. We'll come back. We'll be back here in only less than an hour, and it will be easy peasy the next chunk of this descent. So I am glad I kind of did that. I probably shouldn't have done that with the whole ship attached. But, you know, it is. It is what it is. Alright, so this little pod is going to keep going. We're going to go around. It's definitely going to go down on the next thing. Just no. Am I going around? No, I'm not. So I was going around retrograde there for a little bit. A little more time warping. A little time in the night. We got no more solar panels, obviously, but lots and lots of electricity. So that's good, because I do think I need the... I do think I need the reaction wheels. Okay. We'll let this settle back onto the retrograde vector. It seems to like to go down retrograde first. I'm trying to remember if I tested descending this thing. I might have. I probably did. So at some point we'll be losing this heat shield. So I'll pin that over here. And the parachutes are armed, so they should be deploying once things are safe. Otherwise now, I think this should be our final plunge. Any parachutes left? Of course, all the parachutes are left. They're all safely tucked in here. Everything's fine. This is the part that was designed to descend. So the part that was designed to be lost is lost. We just did it with a little bit more style. That's all. That's all. Okay. This should be easy though, because we're not coming down with much more than orbital velocity now. So this should be a piece of cake. Turn this stuff off. Screen's too cluttered. Don't need this no more. Put you here. There we go. This should be far less eventful at this point. Yep, we are definitely going down now. Periapsis is very, very negative. Not coming back up. No idea where we're landing. Definitely not in the water. Hopefully not on the side of a cliff. So let's see how these guys are faring. It seems to be having no trouble holding this attitude. There's so much drag on these things that actually I should get this one ready. We'll be jettisoning it at some, well, maybe not. Oh yeah, probably will. But this one first. So I'm just waiting on the parachutes. Oh heck, I think I can, oh, never mind. Let's lose this heat shield, so jettison that. I was just about to jettison them before the parachutes came up. There we are. I see a mountain range down there. Isn't that fun? That can be lost. More time warping. More time warping. And we're going to come through here and we're going to see where we're at. Wafflebird, I hope you appreciate this. This has been a lot of effort on your part. Yeah, let's wait for the parachutes to fully deploy, and then I'll make a call whether to keep that heat shield on there or not. I think I might just keep it on. There's no landing gear or anything on this. Yoich. Far away from the surface. Still a kilometer. I can see the shadow. I think I'm actually, I mean, it could be worse. We could be over there. It's a pretty... Oh, look at that. There's our heat shield. Oh, I'm just going to let this thing just land. There goes our heat shield down there. Boom. Okay, I'm not going to jettison that. I'm just going to let this land as it is. From the depths of space to Kerbin. Just like Osiris Rex. Just less well planned. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this moment is coming. Yeah, I know. I think we got lucky. I think we landed in a nice spot. But I think the moment is here. There he is. He is sitting on the surface of Kerbin. And I should be able to do a recover. Don't you... it's not going to roll away on me. Don't you think about that. Here we go. Give me the recover. Recover! Gosh darn it. And upon the recovery, come on, come on, come on. Taking a long time. There we go. 32 science. I honestly really couldn't care about that. What I care about... There's Wafflebird, who's ready for his next assignment. But what I really care about is right there. There it is. The contract is complete. Great work, Wafflebird. And Wafflebird's scrap has been recovered. And he will be debriefed while we analyze what's left of his vessel. And with that, I think, finally, yes, we're going to bring this stream to a close. A little bit of a longer one, but I think it was worth it. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be doing next week. If you have some ideas, leave those ideas down there in the comments. I'm going to be staying within the Kerbin system. I want to think about bases and stations and vessels to shuttle back and forth between Kerbin and Moon and Minmus and all that kind of stuff. But all of that is going to have to be for next week. So in the meantime, have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.